campers. How are y'all doing on this fine morning? It is currently 10:43 here in beautiful High Point, home of the big dresser. Yeah. Slept pretty good last night, I think. Well, actually, no, I didn't. Got up, went to bed a little up about 12:30. Fell asleep pretty quickly. Woke up around 1:30 or so. Wide awake, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. After an hour of sleep, got up for a little while. Just prepped the intro for this morning's edition, and I went back to bed around 6. Woke up around 9:30. So I'll probably nap off and on through the day. Having just woken up and having the coffee kick in, because that's what coffee does, I'm in a better mood than I was last night. We'll see how that progresses. If I think about things too much, I'll probably get all depressed and shit, but that's just how the world goes. Currently feeling a little pain in the incision, only when I move. The tramadol, which I took around midnight last night, seems to be wearing off. I'm due to take the last one here at noon, and I'll probably supplement that with some ibuprofen. I checked it out, and there are no side effects, no issues with mixing ibuprofen and tramadol. Tramadol seems to mix with pretty much everything, I found out, except liquor, which I'm not worried about. Stormy texted me about 10:30 or so last night, which was about an hour after she got home. The reason she didn't text me immediately is because she couldn't find her cell phone. And she went into panic mode over that. Don't know how bad that got, except I know that when stuff like that happens to her, she gets all kerfuzzled and frantic and whatnot. She finally found it. She calmed herself down for a minute and thought about where it might be. And she remembered that when she was driving home, she had it on her lap. So she thought she probably either put it in a pocket or something, and it fell out when she was getting out of the car. So she goes back to the car, and sure enough, there it is laying in the grass next to the driver's side door. So, emergency solved. But that's why it took her an hour to text me that she had arrived okay. I do worry about her when she drives, because she doesn't like the way other people drive. I don't blame her. I keep telling her Kierman's two-part rule for dealing with people on the road. 1, people are assholes. 2, there's not a damn thing you can do about it. You can scream at them, you can yell at them, you can get them to pull over so that you can have a nice conversation with them. They don't care. They're assholes. And that's a problem with today's world in general, is that people are assholes. Part of it is because of the internet, and people can sit there in the comfort of their own home and be assholes to other people online, and what the hell's going to happen to them? Nothing. Yeah, there are some people who can do internet attacks, can do doxing, swatting, that type of thing. But for the most part, people just cry and whine and get bitchy, and then are assholes back to everybody else. On the road, it's the same thing. Unless they're going to get pulled over by a cop, which, the chances of that aren't generally good. I know people have been driving for 30, 50 years, never been pulled over by a cop. And since most cops on the road drive distinctive vehicles, people can see them coming a mile away. And they generally change their behavior when that happens. So, somebody cuts you off on the highway, in most cases, nothing's going to happen to them. you know. Now, there is the danger that you can cut somebody off and they're going to be the type that's going to follow you for the rest of the trip until you pull into your house, and then they're going to get out of their car and start yelling and screaming at you. Yeah, doesn't happen often. I mean, it does happen, but it doesn't happen often. So they can get away with it, so they do it. People, this has occurred to me, people on the internet and on the highway basically turn into sociopaths because sociopaths have this belief that they're never going to get caught, and mostly they don't. And having known a few, yeah, that's just what people on the internet and on the highway are like. Now, that same person in the store standing next to you is more likely to be considerate because they're standing next to you, unless they feel they've got some sort of physical advantage, or they're truly sociopaths. But anyway, so she got home okay. And like I said, I went to bed about 12:30. Didn't get a lot of sleep. Um, so I'll be napping off and on throughout the day today. Um, what else does today's agenda include? I got to make a couple phone calls. Oh, and I got to schedule a follow-up for my fistula surgery. I had one last week, but I forgot all about it until I went to the clinic. And they're like, hey, did you go to your fistula follow-up? Oh, boy. I had a what? So I got to call that office and schedule an appointment. And I'm going to call Social Security again, see if I can get an update on my application. I think that's it. There's a load of laundry of mine down in the washer. Stormy put it in the washer and ran it before she left, so I got to go switch that to the dryer. So we'll see how going up and downstairs affects the incision and the pain and so forth. And that may be it for my adventures today. Stormy was good enough to vacuum the floor in the kitchen and here in the office to get rid of all the dog fur. It piles up. I mean, I went through a few days ago, I think the day before my surgery, so it would have been Tuesday, and vacuumed the floor in here in the office. And, by Saturday when she showed up, there were already huge drifts of bogey fur in the corners and whatnot. Oh, that's what else I got to call. I got to call the Fresenius supply people and have them come and pick up all these boxes of unused supplies. I don't know if they'll pick up the open boxes or not. If they don't, I'll call the Greensboro Clinic itself and see if they can send somebody to pick up the unused boxes because they can use the supplies. I mean, I've got everything here, not only the goop, but the bags, drain bags. I've got syringes. I've got bandages and whatnot. I'll probably keep a lot of the bandages and everything. Tubing, you name it. I got it here, and it needs to all go away. So I'll give them a call. And if we can get all this stuff out of here, I'll have most of my office back to myself. Hooray for that. Yeah, so that's on the agenda for today. How much that will get done, I don't know, but we're going to try in between naps. So, yeah, in a better mood. I'm thinking of doing a political points post later today. I got some issues I want to address. and whatnot. And so I think I'll do that. What I probably should do is I should probably make myself some notes before I do that. I don't generally make notes before I do these. I should, because I've noticed that I spend a lot of time going, what's next? So if I make some notes, we can deal with that. Somebody's sleeping, barking in his sleep. Muses the hell out of me. Anyway, guys, please remember, like I said, it's getting down to crunch time financially. It's the 24th, and I need to have the rent paid by the 5th to not incur a penalty, which is $25. If barring that, I need to get it paid by the 15th, or I will be evicted. So please, do whatever you can to help me out there. You can go to patreon.com/Karaman to set up a monthly donation program. You can go for as little as $5 a month. If all of my friends on Facebook do that, then I should be good to go for rent. If you only want to make a one-time donation, you can go to paypal.com. My username there is Karaman@yahoo.com. And you can make a one-time donation as small or as large as you like. So please do that. Help me out here. I really, really need it. And yeah, that's about it. All right. So I'm going to finish this coffee. I may go lay down for a little bit. And I should be making another post later today. Possibly a political points post. Not sure yet. There's a bunch of things bouncing around in my head politically. So I don't know exactly what's going to be on. Maybe the election itself. Maybe the whole kerfuffle over the drone being shot down in Iran and whatnot. Or maybe something else entirely. All depends. All right. Y'all be cool.